What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2 for some mystical fun. We're on a boat. We got some ascension now, too. We got our first ascension point. Let's just go ahead and throw that, let's go to Call the Madness duration. Tough call on this one. I mean, I almost feel like the poison damage is better. Yeah, I think I'll go into poison damage first in that first one. But, yeah, anyway, we're making our way through adventures. We're done with the free gems, but we still have to get through to complete the, the quest line. So, we got that Dragonfall Adventurer quest we're working on. This particular map is such an awesome map, but you just don't get a ton of value out of the massive DU you get on this map. Looks like we're having some pretty massive latency and lag spikes here too. But let's see what we can do. Now, one of the things that's always really nice on this map is you got so much DU. Well, using the Mystic, we don't get a whole lot of value out of that because we just don't have, there's spamming down more. Snakes is just not really going to do much for us. So let's go something like that. It's a little bit suspect. We'll go a couple of Serpent's Coils on the outside, maybe. And then we'll go sand. We'll sand the living poo out of it there. We got so much DU, you can really spray it around on this map, that's for sure. We're going to do the same thing over here. Now, I'm putting that wall in a really weird spot. The reason is I don't want it to be so low down the ramp, or down the stair here, where ranged enemies are going to aggro to it from here and throw at it. But I do want to be able to put the snakes down far enough where they're able to, reach down in there and get some damage in. In fact, let's move it over just a little bit more. Go something like that. We'll throw Viper there. Now, those Vipers are 100% in cleave range, so if I get anything up on me there, it's going to be a problem. All right. So there we go. Now, we got the top lane, and then we got this lane. Now, this lane is where, if there is a problem, this is where the problem will take place. Let's see, I always got mixed emotions here. Naturally, I just want to wall it right at the top of the stairs here. I don't always feel like that's the best idea. Like, we can go like that. That leaves us a little buildable terrain here. That's just, there's no way any enemies are going to destroy these. Which is kind of nice. Actually, this one might not be that bad. Because on this map, we're going to have the luxury of these little side lanes. Like, we can throw... They actually don't make it. Like, if I put it there, it's gonna get destroyed. But that, not having deadly strikes, that's just the perfect spot for it. So I think what we'll do, we'll just put them off to the side right here. They're pretty likely to get destroyed, I think. But we'll just throw them over there. And then I threw an obelisk down already. Then we got this lane. Now we got all the flyers up here. We'll have to be cautious of those. In fact, let's get some anti-flyer loving in right now. How do we want to do the flyers? I think we just go... Actually, we can kind of double dip on some side snakes. Let's go something like that. We'll come over here as well and get a little double dip in. And then here, I feel like we want to wall about right there. Now, I'd love to be able to stomp these guys off down in the stairway, but I don't think that is super realistic. Let's go something like that. We can go with a couple of coils off to the side there. Get a couple of coils off to the side here. This map, we've got so much DU to work with, but it's just, we're just not going to be able to get a lot of value out of all that DU with the Mystic. Let's sand the living poo out of them. Man, would love to have a Skyguard Tower in the mix here. Yeah, in fact, I think I want my obelisk up here just for fun. Let's give it the bird's eye view. Alright, so we have only spent 1,300. Oh, I didn't put sand over here. Let's get some sand traps in here. I still got 500 DU left. All this spamming, and still 500 DU left. That just seems a little crazy to me. I think what we do is, like, I want to be able to ignore this lane. So let's get some upgrades there. Let's get our obelisk fully jacked. I do have that, that all for one fully upgraded now. So we got nothing good, really. The Gobu Boom is what's kind of carrying the party here. Imagine that. And then the Serpent's Coil, we don't really have anything on yet. So I still need what? I need a defense rate for the Snaking Sands. I need one for the Serpent's Coil. All reality, I'd love to have one of the Viper's Fangs too, just because they do have that pretty awesome crowd control. Alright, then we got 250 left. I guess let's go into these with the 250. Let's just let it fly and see how it goes. It just kind of sucks that the main benefit of this map is the enormous amount of DU. And we just don't get a whole lot of value out of all that DU. It looks like the snakes are reaching down in there pretty good, though. Giving them that slightly elevated angle looks like it may have paid off. In fact, I think I might want more snakes up there, because it is reaching down in there really good. Alright, looks like nothing's getting completely brutalized quite yet. Oh no, a Cannon Ogre. Cannon Ogre's coming from downstairs. Alright, Cannon Ogre's down. Cannon Ogres are, in my opinion, it's the most feared thing in the early game. I mean, you got the Draken Lord, which the Draken Lord kind of got neutered a little bit back a few updates ago. You've got Siege Rollers, which are not difficult at all to deal with. It's just something that you have to manually contribute to. And then you've got Cannon Ogres. And Cannon Ogres hit stuff, it blows up. Just how it is. These reach down in there so good. Let's go ahead and put one more over here. And we'll put one more over here like that as well. In fact, let's go ahead and upgrade those two, because like I said, they really did good. I think one of the questions will be the flyers. When the flyers start coming, how rough is it going to be? Alright, let's just go ahead and let it fly again here and see how it all goes. Check out this side of the map. We got an enormous amount of sand traps down, and it looks like, I mean, no defense rate on them, so they're only going off every 8 seconds, I think it is. Maybe even worse. Let me see. Yeah, 15 seconds. Yeah. Almost 16, so I think it's 8 seconds with at the rate cap. Now, of course, they do channel. They stay up for a moment. They got incredible range. Another Cannon Ogre too. This one's right below me here. All right, we got him. The obelisk did some pretty good work on that cannon ogre, it seemed like. All right, it looks like we took a little damage on something up here, too. Is that the wall? I think that was a flyer dive bomb, maybe. I'm not sure. But we definitely took a little damage over here. Get those repairs in. We got a captain this time. What do we got over there? Another cannon ogre. We got another cannon ogre down below. And a captain up top. So let's focus up top here. Oh man, we got the inventory spam going on. Gonna have to clear all that out. It's perfect for farming gray items. If you're looking for a specific skin or something of a particular item that you want to upgrade. Obviously, doing it at campaign level like this, you know, something perfect is not necessarily going to be perfect once you upgrade it. In fact, it's got a very high chance not to be, just because of the way the rounding works in the game. Ooh, there was a little dive bomb there, too. Alright, here comes the cannon ogre. I feel like I want to get the captain down first. Alright, captain's down. Work on this cannon ogre. It looks like the cannon ogre's getting beat up. Where the hell did he go? Oh, there he is. Get a little poison going on that guy. Alright, we got him. Very nice. We got a Dark Torment summon down there as well. That will help out for a moment. Just clean up the inventory. I think even with, you know, the not efficient use of the defense units on this map, just because of the way the Mystics' defenses work, I feel like it's still pretty smooth. Pretty smooth sailing overall. Alright, we're getting pet boxes. Very nice. Of course, we got nothing incredibly awesome there. A fire servo. We got 1,682 defense health. I mean, that's a pretty good roll, right? Yeah, that's a really good roll, so we're not going to find a better totem than that. Alright, let's just clear it all out. I'm not going to look through all the grays. And we got 1,000 left. What do we got here? We got a Shaper. We got another Cannon Ogre down below. Just let it fly here. I'm going to upgrade this as we go. Oh no. That was a little bit of an uncomfortably close call on that dive bomber. Yep, got in there again. Luckily, they're not killing them. Alright, that Shaper's not going to make it, so let's just let him die. Let's come visit Mr. Cannon Ogre here. Backdoor him. I missed. Oof. So I think this is all going to burn out. All we're going to have to deal with is the last wave. All right, we got the dive bombers over here this time. And what do we got for bossery? We got another shaper there, a cannon ogre, and then a skelly. This one shouldn't be too bad. Oh wow, we filled up again that fast. The maps like this that just spam your inventory with the gray items, they certainly make it a little punishing to not have any inventory space. Just have to constantly manage it. Pretty much every wave. But that's alright. Once this map is done, we won't have to come back to it until we want to. Of course, we'll probably want to use this map. Actually, might not even. This may not be the map for us for grinding. Alright, same thing. Let's get the shaper down first. Shaper's done. Cannon ogre next. Ooh, we got a legendary something. The Plaguing Hawk is up there on that wall, but yeah, he got handled. What do we have? It's not a relic, is it? No, it is a sword or a dagger. It's actually probably not a terrible dagger. It's not really that great. Boo. Well, hopefully we see something good out of the victory chest here. Haven't got any loot in a while. Now, generally speaking, you're not really going to get much loot in adventure mode. It's all going to be Garbo campaign tier gear. But still would be kind of nice to have. Let's actually go with that chest piece to get the power chip and that ability power boost. Medium chip. We're actually using a medium weapon right now. I don't want to give up the ability power though. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick with what I got. Let's go ahead and sell this stuff off. And we got a blue box there, so nothing crazy. But let's go ahead and auto-collect up the loot, and we'll see what we got. Alright, we got nothing really exceptional here. You see, there's that dagger. Fire servo on that. I think we'll stick with the Gobu Boom on that one. We got Gobu Boom on that as well. Yeah, so I think we'll just pass on all the gear and get on through to the next map. So that will do it for this one. Thanks an absolute ton for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Have a great weekend, y'all.